Hi, and welcome to Beginner's Meditation. My name is Joanne McCall, and I teach yoga and meditation in my spare time. I've been practicing meditation for about 10 years now, on and off, and over that time I have tried different methods. And the meditation technique I'm going to explain today is one that works for me, and I really hope it'll work for you too. I believe that guided meditation is the best way to begin, and I would today still use guided meditations. They really help to keep your mind focused on observing without judgment. So today we're going to start with your breath. Most of us are blissfully unaware of how much our breath can tell us about how we're feeling. Tuning into our breath at certain times of the day is a really good habit to get into. Just by noticing your breath, you can tell what state you're in. If the breath's shallow and fast-paced, it can be a sign that we're really not coping with what's going on that day. Maybe you're worried about what's to happen later on. Maybe we have a difficult conversation to have or a meeting that we're dreading. On the other hand, if your breath has more depth to it and slower paced, it's a sign that you're relaxed and content in your environment. The breath doesn't lie, so it's a good way to start being aware of your state by checking in with your breath several times a day, just to find out how you are really feeling. So the technique I'm going to explain today is called three-part breath. And it's called the three-part breath pretty much because we'll focus on three parts where we feel the breath enter: the abdomen, the rib cage, and the chest. And most of us never use the full capacity of our lungs. And the lungs span from T1 to T10 of your spine. So it's one of the larger organs in your body. And how much does our lung capacity impact on our exercise? Well, if you're injury-free, your limbs can pretty much go on forever. But it's our capacity to oxygenise our blood and pump it around the organs that will determine really if we can finish that marathon or that tough gym session. So along with the heart, the lungs play a very important part in your training. And how does that fit in with meditation? Well, the technique of focusing on your breath is a really easy way of creating awareness of the present moment. Just that focus on your breath relaxes you by calming the nervous system. So I've done enough talking now, so we're going to get started. If you can find a quiet place to sit or lie down, remove your shoes, and if you're sitting, you can either sit on the floor or on a chair, and if you're lying down, ideally lie on the floor and use a yoga mat or clean towel. If you're sitting on a chair, just move forward enough on the seat so that your feet are firmly planted on the floor. And make sure that you're comfortable, as we'll be here for about 10 to 12 minutes. So once you get comfortable, I want you to check in with your breath. How does it feel? Is it fast-paced and shallow, or slow and smooth? Now place your hands on your stomach, fingertips pointed towards your belly button. And just begin to become aware of the breath flowing into your tummy and feel the belly rise. Begin to deepen your breath into the belly and feel it expand on the inhale and contract on the exhale. And just by focusing in on the tummy, you will feel the movement increase and the breath begin to deepen naturally. So we're going to focus on this area for a few more breaths. So keep your focus on the tummy. Thoughts will come into your head. Just try and acknowledge them, but don't follow them. So belly breaths aren't usually what we do. We normally breathe shallower towards the top of our torso. So really emphasize pushing that tummy out and breathing, taking that air in. And now see if you can notice what's going on in your back, just at the back of the tummy. Can you direct the breath into the back of the body as well? With nice, slow, deep breaths. Now take your hands to the outside of your rib cage. Your fingertips pointing towards each other. And try to place your thumbs on the back of your ribs. So you're nearly cupping the sides of your rib cage. Keep the belly rising, so don't lose the focus on expanding and contracting the tummy as you breathe in and out. Just notice the ribs expand and contract as you breathe in and out. So deepen the breath so much that you notice the back of the ribs expand on the inhale. And the rib cage will expand from side to side and from front and back. So we're going to take a few more breaths here. So belly's rising on the inhale, ribs are expanding front and back, side to side. And on the exhale, think about softening and letting go as you exhale. Have a slight drawing in of the belly as you exhale. So inhale, belly expands, rib cage expands. Exhale, rib cage contracts, belly draws in. A few more breaths. Again, your thoughts will come and go. Just try not to hang on to them. Acknowledge they're there. But try not to follow. Now let's move our hands to underneath the collarbones, just on the chest area. Fingertips pointed towards each other. Again, notice, can you feel the movement of the chest as you inhale and exhale? You may need to really deepen your breath here even further to feel the chest rise once you've breathed into your tummy, filling the belly full of air, expanded the rib cage, and then fill the chest full of hair as well. Don't forget about the back body, the back of the ribs, the back of the chest, the back of the abdomen. See how much you can expand into that breath. How much can you open up to that breath? And you may even feel like the breath now sounds like waves in the sea, rolling in and out of a beach. And there's a calmness to that. feeling of connecting to your breath, your very own life force. So expand in the tummy as you inhale. Expand in the rib cage side to side, front and back. Expand in the chest, front and back. And as you exhale, chest contracts, rib cage contracts, belly draws in towards the spine. A few more of these really deep breaths. And on every exhale, feel a softening in your body, a letting go, relaxing the muscles and the bones. All you have to do here is breathe. And be with your breath. Take one more deep breath here. Belly, rib cage, chest. And as you exhale, let all that go. And return to breathing normally. You can release your hands away from your chest now. And just let them lie by your sides, palms facing up if you're lying down. Or take your hands and rest them onto your thighs, back of the hands resting onto the thighs, palms facing up. And now notice your breath again as you breathe normally. Does it feel any different from when you started? Does it feel easier? Or maybe you even feel a general ease in your body after focusing on that breath. And with your eyes still closed, just take your thumbs and brush them over the tips of your fingers. Soften your eyes and begin to open them. And get yourself accustomed to the room that you're in. And know that all will be well. And if you can, please practice this technique over the coming days, sitting or lying. And remember, the more you practice, the more benefit you will get from it. And also just try and make a habit of checking in with your breath, just from time to time each day, to see how you're really doing. And just take a minute or two before you get up and go about your day. And I hope you have a great one. And until the next time, thanks for listening.